Wisconsin. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And how about this for a start? This is out of bounds. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, and to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 13 yards, first down, Packers. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged.
Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Room here to run. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know,
he rifles one that's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Still in the first quarter, but what a great start for them. I mean, they've controlled the airways, Charles, on both sides. They had the passing touchdown. Then they intercept the pass of the other squad and take it back for another score.
Brandon, I know we have a ton of time left, but what an early backbreaker they just delivered. They're up early, and they appear to be totally dialed in. And that offense, they're forced to run right back out, still shaking up a bit, but feeling the pressure to put something on the scoreboard. They've got to be careful here.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start throwing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
This is intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Packers are going to get it back here just past the 35. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Christian Wilkins, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. 2nd and 15. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Nick Chubb, his first rushing touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off play action. Drew. Looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw. Drew. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Open man here is Conklin. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, 2nd and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Saints. Mike Williams from 4 yards out. And the Saints get a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The 40. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. This offense certainly looking a lot more comfortable here at home. They lost last week in the opener on the road, but there's something about that home opener makes you feel more settled.
Yeah, I wish we could quantify it, too, because you're playing the same game. The field's the same, size. We know all of that. But being at home, sometimes when you do things well, you get that extra push from your home fans, and it elevates your game.
And in the driver's seat right now. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Drew. Finds his man. That's Olave on the crossing route. And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep it.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or two shy of midfield. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, hey, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Off play action. Drew. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun. Drew. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. A very solid gain of 27. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I'll give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run, and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And oh, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking it about the 36. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the 2nd half. He's got room at the 30. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Saints. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of